Hey everybody, jimmyispromo here, back again with another awesome video, and today I'm going to cover another tempered glass screen protection you'd be able to use for your Samsung Galaxy S8 or the S8 Plus. Now I'm trying to figure out which one of these companies out there are making the best screen protections out there, and so here's another one from OTAO. And so with the test today, we will be doing the normal scratch test. We'll also do the installation, how easy is that? We'll do the touch sensitivity, and then I'm also going to throw in a couple different cases to see how case friendly this thing is. So for the scratch test, what I have here is a razor. I'm also going to be using my large knife from before, and then a set of keys that I've always dropped and tried to scratch, trying to replicate some of the things that's in your everyday life. And the last one will be the Mohs Hardness Test Kit. So this right here is able to test the hardness of all these different minerals. So I invested $100 in that thing, and I got a feeling it's definitely going to pay off because we're going to get a lot more educated on exactly how scratch resistant things are. So let's check out the contents of this little box. So it looks like this right here is the little guide to help place on the screen protection. This right here will be the screen protector accessories. More than likely will be all the different cleaners and wipes you'd be able to use. And then this right here is our tempered glass. So let's go in for the wet wipe. And now the dry. Now let's go in for the stickiness part of it. This will just pick up anything else that is still left over of any type of dust. Go to peel this off, and it feels like the stickiness is definitely on the edges, and they're a little bit more on the top and the bottom. So let's put this on. So it fits on actually pretty nice. It goes right along the edges pretty good, and then along the top and bottom it doesn't go too far up nor too far down, so I think this one might be okay with the cases. But let's first go into the touch sensitivity. For the touch sensitivity, there's actually a code you'd be able to use with inside the dialing pad that will take you into the Samsung Diagnostic test, and that's actually right where this little touch test is coming from. Now before I kind of finish doing everything, I want to go right through the middle here just to make sure everything is kind of, it feels good to be in the middle. I'm not pressing it too hard, nor I'm not pressing it too light. It feels as if up on the top though, I'm kind of going through a few extra times, and then I just press just a little bit harder just to kind of finish that one off. So this one, you want to press down just a little bit harder, which I believe most of the phones are really going to have to, have a little bit extra of a press. So pulling down the notifications panel will be the tricky part with this screen protection. So let's go in for some scratches. Let's first bring in the set of keys. A lot of times when I have this one, if I just kind of drop it, especially on the edge of the phone, is where it would usually break. So this one passed the little key drop test. Let's go in and see if we can give it a little bit of scratch. More than likely, that's definitely not going to happen. And let's go into my big knife. So I'm not seeing any type of a scratch. I do see just a little bit underneath the screen. I can kind of see that there's a little bit of a bubble underneath there. So this one did not go on there extremely tight for some reason, but I know that I definitely did that part correct. So the knife is doing nothing again. Let's head over to the razor. Now, if you're taking a razor to your phone, hopefully it's on purpose. And what you guys will also find is that it shouldn't do anything. So I'm actually pressing down pretty hard. This razor is not doing anything with this screen protection, which is good. So what I'm going to do is wipe this off a little bit. Now, when we go into the Mohs Hardness Kit, what I want to do is I want to first go over to the control group, which is, this one is the Samsung Galaxy S7, and I want to see exactly where does this one scratch with the Mohs kit to kind of give a little bit of information on how that screen protector on the very top is going to do. So this right here is the number 2. This one is the least hard out of all the different pieces that I have on the inside. So that one did absolutely nothing. We're going to go over into number 3. So I'm actually pressing pretty hard, and I'm at the 45-degree angle that I'm supposed to be. Number 3 did not scratch it as well. My guess is that it should scratch hopefully at the 6 or 7. So here we go, heading over into number 4. So I'm not feeling anything there. Head over to number 5. Let's give this a little bit of a wipe. And that number 5 did nothing. Let's move up to number 6. And this is where, can you hear that? You can maybe hear a little bit of that. So that right there definitely scratched my screen. And let's go up to 7. So you can see there that this one scratched at the number 6, and it also scratched at the number 7. So that is a good base point to check out this screen protector. Let's go through the same test. We're gonna first go in there with the number 2. And that actually feels extremely smooth. That won't do nothing. Let's go to number 3. Nothing there. Number 4. Number 5. Let's move into number 6. This right here is where it scratched the Samsung Galaxy S7. So I can actually feel a little bit of what it's doing. And here's number 7. Ooh. Ooh, that don't sound good. That definitely went through it there. Hopefully I didn't hurt my phone. Now here's the thing with this one being scratched at the number 6 and number 7 point, you know, same thing as the Galaxy S7 on the normal screen, is that we did scratch this piece of product and it did not scratch the phone, which we will look here in just 1 second. But this is why you buy screen protection. This is why you don't want to have your phone unprotected to get scratches like that. So this one right here is actually getting the job done, but I was hoping to actually have a little bit more of a scratch resistance part of it. But first, before I take this off, let's go into a couple different cases. The first case I'll put on there is this one from Pitaka. This one is for the Samsung Galaxy S8. This is one of the most minimalistic cases and also the most fun case you'd be able to get. This one's actually made of aramid, which is used in body armor. So let's put this on, and this should not pop anything off. So placed it in there just like anybody else. The little case is not anywhere close to that screen protection on the very bottom right hand corner, which kind of tells me how does the edge do along with also the bottom. So this one is perfectly fine for minimalistic cases. This next one though is spec. This one usually pops off most of the different screen protectors that I've used. So let's see how this one does with this test. And again, I guess I'll probably put in the very top first like I did with the last case and press down. So this one, that actually didn't do too bad. It held in there kind of like a little bit, you know, kind of like the gadget guard I did from before. So this one does pretty good with all the different cases you'd be able to use. But just remember, when you pull down the notifications panel on the very top, you want to use just a little bit more pressure, which, you know, sometimes using a little bit more extra pressure on a phone is sometimes worth it when it is saving your screen. So now let's pop off the screen protector and make sure that that scratch did not go through. So the Galaxy S8 looks perfectly fine. There's no dings or scratches or cuts or nothing. So that actually did a perfect job for a screen protection, doing its job, which is protecting your phone screen. So here's the bottom line of the OTAO screen protection. So this one right here, it actually did a very good job with the installation process. So with it having the little guard, the little green guard here, it made it super easy to actually install it. Also with the touch sensitivity, there was a couple different areas that I had to go and press just a little bit harder. But there's actually a lot of different screen protectors that you almost have to do that with, especially with the very top going with the notifications panel. So that one fared average on that one. Installation was definitely excellent. Going into the case friendly, it did a perfect job. Usually that spec case would pop off a lot of different screen protectors, but this one did not. So that one did a really good job. So pretty much almost whatever case you have, it will not pop off this screen protection. Now the last part is where I got a little bit upset. It scratched a little bit sooner than what I thought. This Samsung Galaxy S7 here, where it scratched with the Mohs kit at the number 6 and number 7, this has Corning Gorilla Glass 4. Now this OTAO screen protection right here scratched at the exact same scratch resistance, I guess you may say, of the Corning Gorilla Glass 4. I was expecting it to either scratch at either 7 or 8, but it scratched at 6 and also 7. So it was about 1 or 2 utensils sooner than what I wanted to have. But at the end of the day, that screen protector did save this phone right here from going through that little scratch test that this thing just endured. So if this is a screen protector that you guys like the installation, you like everything else about it, then go below this video inside the description and click on that Amazon link and get yourself the OTAO screen protector. Hey, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys do a good turn daily as well as a pay it forward, and please hit that subscribe button on the very bottom left hand side. Also, would you guys be able to check out the very next video on the very bottom right hand side? And if you like videos similar to this, check out the playlist on the very top right hand side of all of my gadgets and stuff, the reviews and unboxings.